I'm Barbara Sargent. I'm the superintendent for the Hermon School Department here in Maine. I also was a superintendent for several years in New Jersey in a number of really amazing, high-achieving districts. And so the opportunity to leave that work behind and come into this gorgeous state and continue to do the leadership work that I love so much has been really, really special. I grew up in a very blue-collar, working-class family. My parents were high school educated, and I was in a really small high school. We didn't have AP classes, but I had teachers who were so caring and really so devoted to their work, and I looked at them as true role models. And thankfully, I had guidance counselors who were very good at helping us all through college applications, because a lot of my friends like me were first-time college attendees. And I was able to enroll in my local state university in New Jersey, lived at home and commuted, and worked, 30-hour work weeks to pay for it on my own, because at that time in the 80s, you could work over the summer and pay for your tuition. But I was able to graduate with a degree in education and get a position as a middle school English teacher. And that was my entrance into education. And it was really due to just the hard work that was instilled in me by my parents and by the life that they led, and by seeing teachers who loved what they did and had great collegiality within the school, and really pushed all of us to achieve the best that we could. Well, first of all, I loved being a middle school teacher. I just thought the age level suited me. I just think middle schoolers are so smart, way more sophisticated than a lot of people give them credit for. And there's just an energy there. I loved having influence over that class of students, over that group of students. But I also had visions of wanting to do more, right? I didn't want to leave the classroom because I didn't like kids. I wanted to leave the classroom because I wanted more influence over more decisions, the decisions that impact my teaching colleagues and my school culture. And so to be able to still do that work now at the superintendent level, where every decision I make in some way touches students' lives, touches teachers' lives, touches their professional environment, touches the way parents feel about sending their kids to school. I just think it's a tremendous privilege, and I'm thrilled to do that. It's been so much fun to come into Hermon. I started in April, and after the initial, 6 weeks of just meeting folks and addressing some things that needed to be attended to very quickly, I began the really important work of gathering input for a strategic plan. And so at my school board meeting last night, I presented the draft of our strategic plan. It was really well received, and it includes such really important goals as increasing the rigor of our math instruction so that we have more students by 8th grade moving into either geometry or algebra 2 classes. We're looking to expand our visual and performing arts programs and bring band instruments down to 4th grade, so we have students starting instrument lessons sooner, which I think not only has a great impact into the music program, but we know from the research how much, kids who can read and play music, that those skills translate into other areas as well. And then we're really focusing on digital literacy skills and helping our kids to understand how they conduct research online, how to do it safely, how to conduct themselves online, and how to be aware of, not everything you read is valid, or it may have some inherent bias, and how do we train our students to look for that so they can be really smart consumers of information and good advocates as well. I just love being here. I think that, first of all, everyone in Maine, it's so true what they said. For a big state, it's a really small town. People know each other, and so that's made it really easy for me to navigate my way through a whole new territory, and I'm just thrilled. I'm not looking back.